Alright, hey guys, so we're going to start doing kind of like normal factoring for three terms. Alright, and so this one's called a equals 1, which means nothing to you, but what it means is quadratics are normally written in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. And so a is a number, b is a number, and c is a number. So for example, I don't know, x squared plus 9x plus 20 or 2x squared plus 18x plus 40. Okay, and so right now we're only going to deal with the kind where there's no number touching x squared, like there's an invisible 1 right there, and so that's what I mean by a equals 1. All right, let's make sure if you want to print these out and do them with me, you can. Okay, and so here's kind of like the quote-unquote rule. We're going to get two numbers, multiply to give us the last number, the c, and then those exact same two numbers, so this guy and this guy have to be the exact same, and this guy have to be the exact same to give us the middle number, b, because remember it's ax squared plus bx plus c. And so that's what I mean, the c, whatever this number is, and whatever this number is, because remember this is an invisible 1. Okay, so let's do the it's easier than it looks. I'm not saying it's easy, I'm saying it's easier than it looks. All right, so we have x squared plus 12x plus 20. So we're going to figure out what multiplies to give us 20. Those same exact numbers are going to add to give us 12. So our choices for 20 are 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 3 times nothing, 4 times 5. All right, and so the only thing that could give us 12 is 2 times 10. So 2 and 2, 10 and 10. So 2 times 10 is 20, check. I do my checks backwards because I'm left-handed. 2 plus 10 is 12, check. All right, so now we're going to take our numbers and we're going to do x plus 2, and we're going to do x plus 10. This is our answer. If we wanted to check it, I'm going to show you, we can FOIL. So x times x is x squared. X times 10 is 10x. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 10 is 20. So, and then 10x plus 2x is 12x. So we get our answer. Let's do it again. This is less complicated than the factor by grouping, which is what we just did. All right, x squared minus 4x minus 21. So something multiplies to give us negative 21, adds to give us negative 4. And our choices for 21 are 1 times 21, 2 times nothing, 3 times 7, 4 times nothing, 5 times nothing, 6 times nothing, and we're starting over. So it's got to be 3 and 7. Now here's the tricky. We got to figure out the signs. Okay, because 3 times 7 is not negative 21. We need a negative 4, and the only way to get a negative 4 is a negative 7. So 3 plus negative 7, like you have $3 in your pocket, but you owe me $7, negative 4, check. And then 3 times negative 7, negative 21, check. So then we would write x plus 3, x minus 7, and I don't care if you want to write x minus 7, x plus 3, okay? And then we can check it if we want by FOILing. So x times x squared, x times negative 7, negative 7x, 3 times x, 3x, 3 times 7, negative 21, and then combine these guys, and you come up with the beginning. Yeah, I mean, this is for real. I know you were probably nervous in that last video, but you can do this. Do it again. All right, something multiplies to give us the last number, adds same things to give us the middle number. So our choices for 36, 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, 5, excuse me. All right, we need 20. So 6 and 6 is either 12 or 0. 4 and 9 is either 13 or 5. 3 and 12, when you add, you get 15. When you subtract, you get 9. We don't get 20. 2 and 18, if you subtract, you get 16. But when you add, you get 20. 2 and 18. All right, but we need a negative 20. So let's try negative 18. And 2 plus negative 18. So you have $2 in your pocket, but you owe me $18, so that's really negative 16. That doesn't work. Let's try negative 2. All right, you owe me $2, but you have $18. So now you have $16. Excuse me. Both negative. So -2 plus -18 is -20. And then -2 times -18 is +36. So we have x minus 2, x minus 18, or x minus 18, x minus 2. And you can do that because, like, 5 times 4 is 20, just like 4 times 5. Excuse me. Something multiplies to give us 16, adds to give us 10. And our choices are always that good. The multiplication. 1 times 16, 1 8, 3 times nothing, 4 times 4. We need 10, 1 8. 4 plus 4 is 8, and 4 minus 4 is 0. Right, 2, 8, and everything is positive. So we have x plus 2, x plus 8. Or you can say x plus 8, x plus 2. Either one. It's not that bad. It's just about practice. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes progress. Right? So this guy, I know I said a equals 1, like the very first number is 1, but look, we have a 5, a 30, and a 35. We can take out a 5, and they all have an x. So we can actually take out an x. Because if you look at all the other problems we did, this guy right here was an x squared. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. X cubed divided by x is x squared. Minus sign. 30 divided by 5 is 5. We'll have an x. 35 divided by 5 is a 7. All right, so now we just have the middle guy. Multiplies to give us -7. Adds to give us -6. And our choices are just 1 times 7. So that's what it's going to be. All right, we got to figure out a negative sign. And so we want a -6. So it's going to be -7. So let's check it. 1 times -7 is -7. 1 plus -7 is -6. So we're good. All right, so don't forget about this guy. So we have a 5x, and then x plus 1, and then this was a -7, x minus 7. And if you wanted to, you could write 5x and then x minus 7 plus 1. Okay, so just be careful that you're putting together all the different kinds of factoring, taking out the DCF. But this has 3 terms, so we're not doing factor by grouping. All right, so that's factoring with the very first thing, there as no numbers right there, where a equals 1.